Hey guys, I'm going to do a little chicken butchering for you here. I'll show you how I do it. I get chickens all the time from my friend. She owns a organic chicken farm. She raises egg layers and also meat chickens. And she sells them at the local organic stores here in northern Michigan. And she gets too many roosters sometimes, and then also when her hens stop laying, she can't sell them for meat, so she goes ahead and gives those to me and I take care of them. She doesn't like doing the whole butchering thing herself. She's really busy with her chores. She pretty much is a one lady show there. So I take them from her and I take them off her hands and I get a bunch of free chicken meat out of it. And so I'm using my Collins double bit here to dispatch them. And we got an Adventurous Horn Classic with ram's horn here, which you may have seen already, to do a lot of the butchering. And I also have my Sargent M3, which I already did a video on, but I'm going to use a little bit more. I got about 10 chickens, so I'm probably going to use the knives 5 for 5. Maybe do a comparison on the knives at a future date. But I'm going to show you how I do my chicken. Alright guys, so what I do first, I got this little stump here, my axe, and my butchering block. I like to wear gloves, just some of the roosters don't have their spurs removed. And sometimes they get a little mean. Get any rooster. I guess I'd be mean too if this was going to happen to me. But I was out here, got a couple stumps and things from cutting out a big old pine here, and I do all my work on here. Key to butchering is just to calm the chicken down. They get stable, let them chill a little bit because they fight. What I like to do is I just take the chicken, I kind of graze him like that, lay him down, and his neck lays right out, and it's a perfect target. Butcher it now. So. My knife here. And what I like to do first is there's a little divot here. You should pull it up. I put my knife in there. Poke a hole. Come out. Okay. Now, I'm only taking the breasts, the legs, and the thighs, and that's because these aren't like your ginormous, it's a real word, chickens you get at the market. They're not GMO. They're not genetically modified. They're not fed a bunch of steroids stuff. They're all organic, and they don't grow huge. They're not like a giant turkey-sized bird. And other than the breasts, thighs, and legs, there's not a ton of meat on them. And they were all going to get wasted anyways. If I didn't come get them, she would have had to just raise them until they get to the point where they weren't any good for meat anymore. She can't sell them. So I'm basically just put them to use. And I'll use the rest of the body, the skin and feathers like that. I'm going to set up a predator pile and hopefully get some coyotes off it this year. Get them coming at least and checking the area out on a regular basis hopefully, and use some calls, see if I can get them to come in there. So I usually take that, pull the skin off over here. When I'm butchering like this, I don't put the knife back in the sheath. I don't get a bunch of moisture and blood in my sheath. I just stab it right in my nice little pine log here I had from cutting out this huge pine we had. This is actually the middle section of it. Here we go. So hopefully you guys can see that. So take my knife, and what I like to do on the breasts, as much feather I can off it, but follow the bone and put my blade down there. And I just kind of follow the bone down until I get to the rib area. And I'm not looking to do a gorgeous, beautiful job here. I'm eating it. I'm not trying to sell it at market or anything like that. So it doesn't have to look good. but I tell you what, it sure tastes good. And then I run the rib cages down. And breastbones. And boom, got myself a nice little breast. Like I said, not your super-sized breast you get at the market. But man, I tell you what, all organic. This lady treats these chickens like they're kings, the way she feeds them, oatmeal, everything. I mean, really eat well, and it really reflects in their taste. You just do enough to get a hand on it. And I don't know if it's common practice. No one really taught me how to butcher. My dad did, hunting birds, I guess. But as for legitimate butchering techniques, I kind of am self-taught, and I'm not sure some butcher out there will watch this and tell me I'm doing it wrong. Which is fine. I probably am. But I get most of the meat on a chicken that would normally go to waste, and I use it. Breast there. Alright. So what I do next, get down the legs. I can take that off there. Okay. Much down there as I can. And what I like to do is pop the bone, pop the joint. See, bone comes through there. Right? Grab my knife. Get as close as I can to the body. Just cut right through. Kind of manipulate the joint, cut around that. Sometimes you got some skin still attached, you just gotta pull it off. There we go. So what I do from here normally is actually cut these joints. So we got a little joint here, so you cut that. Push on it. Gonna break the tendons and stuff in there, twist it. And then get your bone right there. Take my knife, put it in the crotch like this, ride it up. And then if there's any other skin or feathers left on it, like there is on this one, you just pull them off. I usually have a big box behind me that I throw all the feathers, legs, and necks, and the rest of the bodies, but it's a good looking leg right there. As you can see, that's not bad at all. In the bucket it goes. Alright. I do the other one the same way, which I'm going to do. And alright, I'm going to get to it. Thanks. Alright. Next bird. This is bird number 2. I'm going to use the sergeant on this one just for fun. And go ahead and pull up that spot like I said. That. Knife. So, what I like to do is when I butcher deer or anything like that, even skinning, I grab my blade up here. That's how I hold my knife. I don't know why. Sometimes I put my finger on top like that. Bugs are starting to get bad. I don't know. I feel like I get more control. Right, and I say that. I cut through the rib cage. That's okay. And do most of my butchering at the tip of my knife. Obviously there's more control there. I try to get as much meat as I can, like I said. The more meat I get, the less I have to buy at the grocery store, you know. So I'll tell you, I haven't bought chicken at the grocery store in a long time. So it's working pretty well. And, man, they are eating me up. This breast actually looks quite a bit smaller than the other side. I don't know why that is. I like taking the skin off a deer or something. I work my way down. Almost let the knife work for me. Just touch it and let it kind of peel off. Rest. Alright, and the bugs are eating me up, so I'm going to do these last 8. Probably not going to do it on video. I'll finish this one up for you guys. And I'm just going to plow through the other 8. I'll get a shot of all the stuff. And what I do next with my chicken, which I got here, big old thigh right here, is just rinse them off. Usually you just try to use a little bit colder water. I just try to get as much of the feathers off and leaves and stuff that I missed originally. Some are worse than others, and then I just put over in a butchering block or a cutting board. This one had about 4 different species of chicken I butchered, and I can't remember the name of the chicken right at the time. Maybe I'll put the comments, but real small ones too, the species. But man, that's gonna be tender. Really gonna be some good stuff. It always is. I had some older hens that stopped laying, so they're 3 or 4, and they're so tough you can't just cook them on the grill. It's like rubber. So we stuck them in the crock pot for I don't know 8 or 9 hours, all day pretty much. Barbecue sauce, some herbs and stuff, and we just cooked them until they fell off the bone. And I tell you what, even though those 3, 4-year-old hens that stop laying, I think will be tough and are useless, not good for anything, make some great pulled chicken sandwiches, I'll tell you that much. I try to keep my breasts and legs separate when I package them up. I feel like legs, I take out legs. I feel like a couple breasts, I take out the breasts. Usually I use the breasts for stir fry, stuff like that. Alright. There you have it. Pretty good. Pretty good spoils there. Thanks for watching, guys.